Hello, hello, happy Monday. Today I'm going to share with you the winners and the findings of my Composer of the Month project for March. We studied Claude Debussy. This project really brought out the girl power in my piano studio. All 5 of my winners are some of my fabulous females, and I'm going to share what they found. Here we go. So the first one up is by Donio. Ella is one of my 2nd graders at the West School. She made this amazing poster. She was the first one to hand in her assignment. Claude Debussy's favorite color was blue. He started taking piano lessons at age 7. He studied at the Paris Conservatory, and his most popular song is called Clair de Lune, and he died of colon cancer. Thank you so much, Ella. This will be on display for other students to check out. Next up, I have this great assignment by Ellie Heinz. Ellie is one of my 6th graders at the Hamilton Middle School. She is a genius student, an amazing piano student. She gets everything perfect, and she's also a fashionista, which I totally love. So she brought this in last week. She said, Miss Susan, I have a surprise for you, and this was her surprise. She explained that Clair de Lune is French for the term moonlight. She also said about Clair de Lune that it was used in the films Twilight and also the Disney movie from the 1940s, Fantasia. Debussy suffered from depression, and many music scholars believe that Debussy was able to see music in colors and shapes, which affected his composing and creativity in his works. Thank you so much, Ellie. Next up, I have slideshows, and these are getting really popular this year with the kids. They really enable them to be so creative and hand in a lot of information. So I'm going to share with you what the slideshows look like first, and then I'm going to tell you about what the kids found. First up, we have a slideshow by one of my amazing teenagers, Ellie Wilson. She is a freshman at Hampton High School. I love that she participated because she's so busy. Dance, sports, amazing student. Her piano music this year is awesome. She's going to be playing Fur Elise in the recital. It's so good, you guys. So here's her slideshow. She talks about Debussy's early life, his music career, a bit about his studies at the Paris Conservatory, and his family life. And yeah, that's it. That's the conclusion of it. So I'm going to share with you the findings in a minute. I'm just going to show you all of the slideshows first. This is from my student, Fawn Herrmann. I love her. She's a 2nd grader at the West School. She's also an amazing piano player. She is doing so great this year. She's a great writer. I love how she wrote this up, and we're going to talk about what she found in just a moment. Thank you so much, Fawn. And then we have our final slideshow. I love this. It's beautiful. This is from Juliet Wilson. She is a 4th grader at the West School. She is playing so well this year. She practices so much, and she's an amazing singer. And her slideshow is awesome. She's got some really cool Debussy quotes. And we're going to talk about what these kids found. So first off, I want to tell you guys about what is Impressionism. It is a movement in art and music, and it really thrives in Paris. And that's where Claude Debussy lived for a lot of his life. I'm going to talk to you about the music aspects of it. So the music of Impressionism creates more of an atmosphere and a mood, and it focuses on non-traditional chord changes. It uses whole tone and pentatonic scales, and parallel chord changes are very popular in the music as well. There's also not a strong sense of meter or timing. There is specific timing, but there's not strong accents. It's very free sounding. So it creates a very dreamlike and euphoric sound when you listen to the pieces of this genre. Now, I'm going to talk to you about what we found in some of the slideshows. So with Ellie Wilson's slideshow, she talks about Debussy's childhood. His mom was a seamstress. His dad was a china shop owner. There was a lot of turmoil in Paris during his childhood. It was during the Franco-Prussian War. So the mom fled with the kids. Debussy was the oldest of 5 children, and they fled to Cannes to live with an aunt. And the father stayed back, and he actually fought with the opposition to France. So once the war was done, France won, and so Debussy's father was put under arrest, I guess for being with the opposition. Claire de Lune was inspired by singer Blanche Basnier. In 1894, his cantata Prodigal Son won the Grand Prix of Rome. So that inspired Debussy to focus more on composing rather than performing. Thank you so much for all those facts, Ella. I love it. Next up, I have some things that Fawn found. So Fawn found that instead of practicing scales, Debussy preferred practicing different chord combinations and experimenting at the piano. And this kind of gave me a laugh because, I've been a piano teacher for a million years, and not every student loves practicing scales. They could be kind of dull, but they are one of the foundations of studying piano, and it just made me laugh that Debussy wasn't quite into that. At age 10, he entered the Paris Conservatory, and Fawn wrote he went there with high-flying French musicians. I love that. She has a great language in her writing. He failed to win the Premier Prix for piano, so that kind of killed his dreams of being a piano virtuoso. He focused more on composing. So thank you so much, Fawn. Juliet found in her slideshow, his first pieces were inspired by a lady named Marie Vasnier. And despite Debussy's shunning of structure, he loved Bach. And as we know, Bach's music is very structured. The music of the Baroque time period was very orderly and had a lot of rules. So Debussy called Bach the good god of music. I love that. Debussy rejected traditional music structure and preferred free form. His famous quotes are, "Works of art make rules. Rules do not make works of art." And his other famous quote is, "Music is the space between the notes," which I love. I do think there's a lot of interpretation and emotion in between the sounds we hear in our music, especially in Impressionism. Now, he rejected the term Impressionism. He thought of his music as being more unique and being unable to be labeled. So that's what we have. I'm going to have all these up for the kids to see this week during their piano lessons. And girls, you're all going to get your prizes this week. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.